Congressman Richard Hanna says he is waiting for the state legislature to finish the process of redistricting before he announces his intentions on running again. Utica police are asking for your help in another violent crime that took place yesterday morning. The numbers from Friday's storms that swept across much of the country are staggering. Well, it's not quite March Madness, but March Meatball Madness. There was a used diaper sale today in Clinton. You heard that right, a used diaper sale. Emily says she told the bank she will be 102 years old when she's able to pay them off for her loan. She is hoping to be all moved in by mid-March. Behind the numbers, though, are stories, inspirational stories of why people run, walk, and raise money. Another yogurt plant is planned for upstate New York. The lengthy process to redraw election district lines in New York that will guide politics for the next decade is expected to get longer. You're talking about the Yankees before, but I really hope they trade Burnett. Fingers crossed. And that scheduling is a big reason why the lead coordinator of the Perpetual Adoration program, Betty Frank, received recognition this afternoon. So we'll be watching the Oscars, and you'll be watching the NBA
All-Star Game. I guess I have to, right? See what Carmelo and everybody does?
We'll see what happens. That's going to wrap things up for us for now. You can always check us out online at WKTV.com. We'll see you back here at 11. Have a great night. Yesterday, we told you about Emily, an 82-year-old who lost just about everything when the floods ripped through her home in August when Irene hit. Emily told me she wouldn't be where she was today without the volunteers.
People came from all over, and just walked in, what do you need, and helped. I mean, you talk about the goodness of people. This was an example.
Thousands of helping hands from across the United States came together 6 months ago for one common goal: to rebuild picture-perfect Schoharie County.
Pure strangers coming from all over, willing to roll up their sleeves and help. It just gave encouragement, gave hope, to these folks, and it's just a great thing, absolutely great thing.
A great thing not only acknowledged by the residents, but by the mayor and by Assemblyman Pete Lopez as well. The mayor said a big piece of the public spirit
is from the volunteers, the thousands and thousands and thousands of volunteers that came in here. They didn't have a dime invested.
Thank you. Thank you for all you've done and continue to do. And just an urgent request to say we still need your help over time.
So as residents and volunteers continue to piece Schoharie back together, the mayor credits those who have helped in turning a corner.
We turned the corner from being hurricane victims to hurricane survivors. Huge, huge, huge boost.
While Schoharie still has a long way to go before the cleanup process is complete, residents and volunteers alike all say the same thing: they're going to be okay. Nicole Hart, News Channel 2. A recent survey shows that the national average for a gallon of gasoline is $3.53. Don't we wish? But analysts say over the next few months, the prices are going to continue to rise and hit an all-time high of $4.25 per gallon.
Well, I'm hoping that it's temporary.
Unfortunately for us, that doesn't seem to be the case this time. Here in Utica, we're close to 30 cents above the national average, and prices continue to climb. But will that change how often people drive?
People do what they've got to do. Most people have to drive to work. They can't quit driving to work.
I don't think I would consider a driving vacation this year, which we had considered, simply because of the cost.
Right now, tensions in Iran are feeding fears that oil supplies could be blocked and are sparking the quick jump in prices. Senator Chuck Schumer says there's one simple solution: to get the Saudis to pump more oil immediately.
And that's what our government ought to do. It ought to tell the Saudis, we're trying to keep Iran in line by squeezing them economically, but they ought to pump more oil so the price doesn't go up.
So will the price of the pump ever go back to a reasonable cost?
They go up, they go down. They go up and down.
They're never going to go down to what we'd like to see them be. The world unrest is too great. It's never going to happen, I don't believe.
So to keep tabs on the lowest gas prices in our area, just head to our website, WKTV.com, and click on Gas Tracker. In Utica, Nicole Hart, News Channel 2. Just about everything residents own was washed away in an instant as the floodwaters ripped through Schoharie. My photographer Keith Hunt and I met an amazing, resilient woman while working on this series. Here is her story.
There's always something worse, always. And you know, we're gradually getting there.
Encouraging words from 82-year-old Emily Henry, who has lived in Schoharie for more than 60 years, in the same house for more than 50.
Well, a little lady like this is willing to come back, to her home. This is her home. This is her community.
A community that just 6 months ago was destroyed, left with nothing.
Those next few days I will never, ever forget of the piles of rubble. It looked like a war zone, really. Just going up and down the street and everybody walking, just, you got anything? No. You got anything? No. It's just gone.
And it wasn't just the chairs and the TVs and the clothes that were gone.
Folks that just moved back into their house, you just still get gripped with the idea that, well, where's our pictures? Where's this thing? And those things are gone. They're gone forever.
As difficult as it has been, Emily has remained optimistic while she continues to work with Bill and the volunteers to rebuild her home, to rebuild her life.
I cannot feel sorry for myself because we're going to have a new house. My life is here in Schoharie.
A life she can go back to living when she moves back into her home. What's the first thing you think you're going to do when you get in here?
Oh golly, I can't. I can't imagine. Look around and in wonder.
Emily says she told the bank she will be 102 years old when she's able to pay them off for her loan. She's hoping to be all moved in by mid-March. Join me tomorrow as I explain why Emily says she could write thank you letters to people for days and still have more to write. Nicole Hart, News Channel 2.